It's expected to come down, but for right now, let's focus on the rain that's actually moving into the valley. Here's a look at Doppler right now, and these showers moving in from the west. They've moved through the Avondale area, parts of Glendale, now pushing into Phoenix, and then over the Camelback area. So could get a little bit slick here on the 51 as well as 17. But again, this is not really heavy rain, but it does look like a nice light shower there. A couple of little areas of yellow that do pop up very quickly, and that would tell you that there is a little bit of heavier rainfall there just east of the 51. So again, all of this is going to track to the east here. So if you haven't gotten it yet, if this holds together, if you're in parts of Scottsdale, Tempe, this will probably be headed your way to put on top of more rainfall that we had this weekend where we actually set some records. Now, it's a snowy situation up in the high country. Here's the Doppler here, all those higher elevations, seeing the snowfall north of the Prescott area, also down north of Black Canyon City here. I-17 here is going to be pretty slick all the way up towards Flagstaff. And you saw that live picture in Flagstaff where they weren't reporting any snow just yet, but we kind of see a nice little ring here of snow showers just kind of north and then east and south of the Flagstaff area. So get ready for those snow showers to move into your area. Now switching over to the White Mountains, you see the pink here, which indicates a rain-snow mix, but as that moisture moves upslope into that higher terrain, turning all over to snow there, we're seeing it come down around the Show Low area. And then southeast Arizona, not to be left out. Here's a look. We've got some spotty stuff, but for the most part, it looks like I-10 here heading into New Mexico. Should be a pretty dry commute. Now, I want to tell you about winter weather advisories that are in effect for the Mogollon Rim from Flagstaff, and they stretch all the way over into the White Mountains. This is until 9 o'clock, so we're looking at some snowfall to continue coming down in addition to some gusty winds. So we could see some blowing snow, hazardous driving conditions. And right now we're looking at an additional 4 to 8 inches above 6,500 feet and then possibly a foot of snow above 7,500 feet. Winds are gusting out there, 31 miles per hour in Show Low, 21 in Sedona. Flagstaff, you're seeing a 20-mile-per-hour gust, and even here in Phoenix, we're seeing one as well. So it looks like we are seeing some gusty conditions for most of the state, with the exception of southwest Arizona. They seem to be seeing some pretty calm conditions right now. Temperature-wise, we are pretty cool out there. It is 56 in Phoenix. We're at 55, Casa Grande, 27 there in Flagstaff. We're 42 in Winslow, 28 in Show Low, 51 for Safford, and 48 in Tucson. So here's your forecast. We're going to see evening showers across the valley. Otherwise, tonight we are partly cloudy and chilly with an overnight low of 40. And then tomorrow we're back to sunshine, but it is going to be a little bit on the cool side, and we'll see southwesterly breezes at 5 to 15.
With hopefully some impressive snow and rain totals from over the weekend, Caribe?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Definitely some impressive rainfall totals. We had a record here in Phoenix. But first, let's talk about the rain that hasn't quite yet tapered off today. We had a line of showers just over the last half hour or so move in from the West Valley, Southwest Valley, moving through parts of Phoenix, now moving into parts of North Scottsdale, into the Tempe area. Nothing really heavy right now. You can see just the light greens. Anytime you see the yellows or especially the oranges, that means heavy rain coming down. So it shouldn't be too much of a nuisance. However, the fact that we have received up to 2 inches in some areas across the valley, anything more that falls could certainly make things problematic. We've got washes running, streets that have seen some flooding, and that flood advisory still out until about midnight tonight or so for the valley. So just be extra careful in some of those areas that have already received just a little bit too much rain. So too much rain. We had that on Saturday. Here's a look at the record that we broke out at Sky Harbor. We hit 1.18 inches, and that broke the old record. I mean, it completely obliterated the old record, which was set back in 1985. But of course, we had areas around the valley that saw much more than that combined total with this system. Now, snowfall totals about 4 inches of snow so far. So here's a look at the futurecast and what we can expect here as we head into the next 24 hours. And it looks like snow especially will continue to linger on, especially along the Mogollon Rim, where we do have winter weather advisories in effect there. So we'll put this in motion. This is at about midnight or so, and most of this now is starting to move into eastern Arizona. The higher terrain there of southeast Arizona will get some snow as well. And then as we head into Tuesday, really start to see that dry air take over. However, we are still seeing on the back end of this potential for some more snow showers up in the high country along the rim there, parts of northeast Arizona into about 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. And then beyond that, we'll really start to see things clear out, and then our temperatures will eventually warm up this week. Look at that 7-day forecast. Tomorrow we're looking at temperatures in the 50s, warming up to the 60s there by Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday is when we really start to see that really nice air start to move in, the 70s, and then we'll continue the 70s as we head into the weekend. And Scott